morning guys, and welcome back to another vlog. So it is officially the first vlog of the year. Very excited. I took a week off unintentionally. I meant to vlog when I was in Dallas, and then we just didn't do that much, and we were kind of home all day, and I was honestly on my laptop majority of the days, just doing work and getting things done. So not a lot to be vlogging there. So I took the week off instead, and we are back. It is currently Friday, January 7th. So quick timeline of, I guess, the next launches and things going on with my business is that I will most likely be launching in February for my spring collection, so I'll spend the next month or so kind of developing that. I might make some pre-made pieces as well with just scraps that I have, and that's kind of what I'm working on. I spent a lot of time in Dallas digitizing patterns, fixing the ones that my pattern maker had sent me, and adjusting some of them and getting them fixed up. I don't think I'm going to be using a pattern maker for this next collection. I think I'm going to be doing it myself again, which is unfortunate, but I just don't want to take any chances right now, and I'm a little bit slammed for time, so I'm just gonna do it myself. But yeah, this month is just gonna be a lot of prep work, a lot of more behind the scenes things. I want to kind of revamp my podcast as well, so I want to do a new cover page for it, and I'm not gonna be posting on there probably until February as well. I ordered a new mic because my mic has just been not sounding the greatest, so I got a new mic stand as well, and that should be coming in next week. So once that comes in, I'm gonna start interviewing more people and get that going. That being said, we've got quite a few emails and things to get through, so we're gonna do that, and then maybe we'll head into the studio for the first time this year. So I've decided that the first thing I want to do today is revamp my podcast. When I first launched it, I'd known about it since June, but I didn't really get the cover art or anything done in time for the launch, and I ended up just using a random picture I already had from a photo shoot I did with Kennedy, and I don't mind it. I think it looked great, and it fits, the theme, because it's on my red couch, and that's where I film it on and all the things. But I want it to be something a little bit more, I don't know, powerful, maybe a little more confident looking. I don't think it looks bad, but I feel I'm bent over, and it's just kind of sweet and a little more toned down, and I want it to be a little bit more upbeat looking, if that makes sense. So I want to get a new cover picture basically. So that's what we're gonna do today. I have an outfit kind of in mind, so I'm gonna hope that it actually looks good, and we're just gonna self-timer it and hope for the best. So let's do it. So this is the outfit. I literally got this bustier top, corset, whatever you want to call it, in May of last year, when Kennedy and I went to LA, and I thrifted it, and I've yet to wear it, but I think it looks really cute as a layering piece, so I think this will be fun, and I think I'm gonna take them on the red couch, so that way it matches the red on red. I'll probably wear my boots. I don't have any on yet, but I'm going to straighten my hair real quick just because it's almost kind of straight, so I might as well just go that route. We're gonna straighten it, and we're gonna hopefully attempt some good self-timer pictures today. So I just straightened my hair really quick, and I might do a little tiny bit of makeup. I want to do a red lip. I don't even know if I have red lipstick in all honesty, because I have some, but all of my makeup is so old because I don't really wear it, and I obviously haven't bought any in the past 2 years during the pandemic, so it's all kind of old, so I don't really know if any of it works. Oh, I guess I have this one. Okay, that's not that bad. So this is kind of what we're working with as far as the background goes. I went ahead and put up a white fabric over my window because I had really harsh lighting coming in. There's still a little blob of light right there, but I have blackout blinds up there, so it completely makes the room dark if I put those down. So I went with that, and we've got really nice even lighting now. So I think I'm just gonna sit in the middle, pose a few different ways, and see what we get, see what we like. Let's do it. So I think I got the shot. I initially wanted to do the kind of shot where I'm like half laying down, my like legs are kicked up, but then I realized that this corset does not lay right when I do that because the boning goes all the way down to like here. So then when I did that and like my torso was like scrunched, this would look all weird and not good. So I ended up going with like a sitting laying back kind of pose, and I think I like it. That being said, I'm going to change out of this because I'm currently sweating. So I'm going to change real quick and we will start editing. I feel like I'm just gonna look ridiculous for the rest of this vlog because I'm like so dressed down, but I now have makeup on and red lips. So love that for us. I'm so excited to do this whole like rebranding of my podcast just because I feel like I was a little rushed when I first started it. Even though I literally had so many months to do it, I just kept putting it like back and back and back. Now that I've been doing it for a few months, I literally love it so much and it's been so fun for me. So I want to like put in the extra like effort for it because I genuinely enjoy it so much, and I feel like it could, you know, do well if I like actually put in the time and effort. So that's what we're gonna do this year. That is one of the goals this year. I'm also excited to get a new mic and get that more professionally set up. I also need to get like a better camera setup because with my last mic, I feel like it was really hard for me to get it out of my face because it wasn't one of those mics that I could like have an extra extension that goes kind of horizontally, and my mic stand is also broken. Like it won't go up anymore or down anymore. So very excited to get a new mic stand and have like a better setup in that sense of things. And I also am so freaking excited because I figured out a way to make my audio sound even freaking better. So I feel like quite literally everybody can relate to the fact that you are like on a Zoom call meeting. There's always background noise, whether it's like your little sibling running around or your dog barking or I don't know, whatever it is, there's always weird random background noises and it gets so freaking annoying. And sometimes it's really not that easy to like not have those background noises, especially if you like live in a house with multiple people or whatever it may be. Like very difficult to find like a time and place where things will be perfectly silent. So that is where Crisp comes in.
Crisp is the easiest solution to reducing background noises. It's AI powered and backed by a huge research team. It can remove dogs barking, people talking in another room, construction, and pretty much anything you can think of. It creates the most high quality audio recordings, which at times like these we could all really use. You can check it out using the link in the description. It's super easy to install and can be used for any website that uses a microphone. And did I mention it's free to use for up to 240 minutes per week? Again, the link will be in the description if you want to check it out.
I literally cannot explain to you how excited I am to be using this for my podcast this year because there's not only noise on my end, but there's also noise on the other person's end, and Crisp takes care of both ends. Nothing better than that. So obviously not everybody has a podcast that they need to be using this for, but this is so good to use for any business meetings, school meetings, any meetings that you have over Zoom, which literally all of us have nowadays. So good to use. So I will leave a link down below if you guys want to check it out. Literally such a great resource, and I'm so excited to freaking use it with my podcast. So back to the pictures, I think I have like maybe two that I really like, so I'm gonna kind of play with those. I'm also gonna play around with kind of like the logo for it. I really didn't make a logo for my podcast. I kind of just wrote Unfiltered Fashion Talks in like basic font and like that was it, which like I'm fine with because I love just classic fonts. I don't like anything crazy, but I just want to like stylize it a little bit, I think, just to make it stand out a bit more. So I might just play around with that. Yeah, I'm gonna go through these pictures and see which one I like best. I'm kind of mad because there's one I really like, but it's before I put the white blanket at the bottom, so I would have to edit that out or something because I don't like my carpet showing. I just don't think it looks as clean, so I'm kind of upset about it. I might attempt to edit it, but I just don't think it's gonna look good. I'll show you guys. So this is the one that I really like, but it was before I put the blanket down, which is kind of annoying. And also I really liked this concept, and this is what I originally wanted and pictured, but as you can see, like my bustier just like looks awkward because the boning kind of pokes out, so I really did not like that, and it was really hard to make it lay flat. But this concept, it's still in my heart. I think this one's my next best one when I actually have the white blanket down. So I think I might go with this one. I think it'll look cool if I have like Unfiltered Fashion Talks kind of going around like this, or just like really big kind of like over me. So this might be it. Obviously it's gonna be like square, so it's gonna be like that, but I'm excited. I think it's gonna look good. I just need to edit the colors a bit, make them kind of more bold, but I like the vibe. So I just sent myself the picture that I like to my iPad because I love to edit on here as far as like coloring goes, just because I feel like I can see it better and control it better on here, and I always use Lightroom for it. It's my favorite. I think it's the most professional to use, so that's what I use. And then if I ever actually do like Photoshop type edits or anything like that, I like to do it on my desktop. So I'm gonna put a little screen recording up here so you guys can kind of see what I am doing. I never do anything like crazy or major when it comes to editing. I really don't like that. So I usually just go towards like the lighting, like the exposure and stuff. I like to bring that up. Make sure your brightness is all the way up too, because I have a bad habit of having my brightness all the way down, and then I'll like edit something super bright and then I realize my brightness was just really low, and that's why it looked so bad. So love that. Always have a little bit of contrast. Love a good highlight. Bring the shadows up, because having like dark hair and wearing dark things, like things that are black or whatever, I find that bringing the shadows up and the blacks up make the details kind of come out a little bit more, which I think always looks a little bit better, especially like for my hair. I just feel like it makes it look a little more dimensional and less just like dark. So love that. So you can see before and after, it does so much when you just like change up the lighting, and it looks so much brighter and just like better to look at, easier to look at. I don't usually mess around with the actual like colors as much because I don't really like to. I love how the reds look. I think usually the only thing I might change up usually is like my skin tone if it looks a little dead, because sometimes the camera just washes you out like no other, and it makes me look super pale when I'm not that pale, or it'll make me look super pinkish when I'm not that pinkish, or like orangey when I'm not that orangey. So sometimes I'll mess around with it, but sometimes I feel like it just looks too like messed with, so I don't do that. But you know, a little bit is okay, but I never like to like actually change myself at all, because we are about authentic, real beauty here. Okay, so there is that. I'm going to save that and send it to my computer so I can do like the Photoshop type stuff on there. Very excited. I think it's gonna look fantastic. So this is the final look that I went for. I absolutely love it. I went with literally the same font, but I like the way that it's like bigger, capitalized, and that it kind of goes behind me. I think it looks so nice, so clean. I love that it's like much brighter than my last cover was, and I just like the vibes a lot more. So super excited. Just sent that into my network for them to update, so you'll see that very soon. So I was gonna wait to like post all of this, but I decided I like it too much, and I literally just went ahead and posted it on Instagram. So love that for me, but I literally am so obsessed with the vibes. I think it just looks a lot more like classier, but like also edgier, and I feel like that's something I want to lean into more. I'm gonna go ahead and update all of my social medias with it. So I updated my Instagram, like my profile picture and stuff. I need to update the YouTube profile picture and cover art and stuff, and then also the TikTok. I also really need to start posting like the TikToks that I make into reels on Instagram. I haven't done that at all, but I think throughout the month I'm just gonna be posting all the old ones onto Instagram, because I never got around to it, and I really should, and I don't know why I always forgot. And then I was like, oh well, it's too late because I didn't do it, and I'm like, no, but like it's not too late, you can always do it, like what the heck. So I need to also work on that, but I need to add captions to some of the first ones because I didn't do that at first, and I feel like it looks a lot better and it's easier to kind of like consume on social media if it has that. So we're gonna do that. Very excited with how this is turning out. Honestly, this is like exceeding all the expectations I had for today. I was like, maybe we'll do it, maybe it'll turn out, but like no, it turned out and we love it. Like I'm so excited about it. So it has been a couple hours maybe, or maybe an hour and a half or so, but I've been messing around with little like background or layouts that I can use to make my reels just look nicer than just like zooming in really close onto like the actual video so that it like fits the screen, you know? Sometimes people on Zoom will be a lot closer to the camera, so then like when I zoom it so that it fits those dimensions, it's like really, really close and kind of like not the most flattering thing, and nobody wants to see their face that close. So I made a cute little like layout that we can use that I think is gonna look a lot better, and I can add the little captions and all the things. So I'm reworking my first few podcasts, and this is my very first one. So this is what it looks like. I like the way that it's the whole thing now, but it's not just like black space up here. So it's still like aesthetic, still very much in the general vibe. And then I made it look like it was like a little like video playing thing, a little X right there, a little play button and all that stuff. That's kind of what we're working with. I really like the way it looks, and I think it just is gonna look a lot cleaner. So I'm gonna be posting those throughout the month since I won't be posting any new content. I just want to get all of that, so that way like by the time that I do upload a new podcast, I have all of the old ones already up. So that's kind of what I'm going for with this. I'm very excited. I've been getting really great feedback already on the podcast like rebrand, so I'm excited. I think it just looks so much more professional now, a lot more just like fashion, you know? It's about like 11:40, so I'm gonna mess with this a little bit more, and then I'm just going going to have lunch and then we'll see what we have to do the rest of the day. All right, it is lunchtime now, so I made some stuff last night and I have leftovers, which is wonderful. So I make this like 24/7. Honestly, it's one of my favorite things in the entire world, but I like to make my version of a salmon bowl that is not anything close to the Emily Mariko one, but really good nevertheless. Got salmon, got rice, got pineapple, got kale, and I've got avocado. So I kind of forgot that I have a meeting at 1:30 and that I told a friend that I wanted to go get coffee with them at 2. So told my friend to wait it off for like another 15 minutes because I don't think the call is going to be long, but just don't want to be late to that. But yeah, that's probably going to take up a good amount of my afternoon in all honesty. So I will probably catch you guys when I'm back from coffee and maybe we'll get some more work done. See what we have to do. I know there is some sewing and some orders that I do have to make that came in after I like closed the shop. So I do have those to start on. I kind of plan on starting those just like next week, like starting fresh on Monday, but maybe I'll start cutting them out or something. We'll see what we do. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. So I just got back from getting coffee and I had 2 packages and I thought that this was gonna be like patterns that I ordered, but I actually think it's a tripod, so super excited. We're gonna open it. And I also got this one, which I already opened because I was like, what the heck is this? And it's my freaking microphone. It was supposed to come in on Monday, so I'm surprised it came in today, but let's get it opened. So I got the Rode NT USB. I heard a lot of really great reviews about it. The price point was kind of in between. It's not necessarily cheap, but it wasn't like one of the most expensive ones either. So I feel like it's a good quality for like the price that it's at. Lots of great reviews about it, so I'm excited. I also really like the look of it. And obviously Rode microphones are some of the best and most used amongst like videographers and podcasters and all the things. So very excited to try it out. And it's USB, which my other one isn't. So it's gonna be a lot easier to connect this one without having to connect it to like the sound box thing that I have. So I'm excited about it. Let's get it opened. This is what it looks like. I'm literally so freaking excited to use it. Oh my gosh. Let's open up the microphone stand real quick and get that set up so that we can set up the microphone on it as well. That was easy. Looks like it already comes pre-assembled, which is actually kind of nice, but as you can see, it's the type that has like the horizontal little stand part so that I can like bring it to my face without having it like in front of me, if that makes sense. So it'll be a lot better for just like the video aspect of things and also for being able to like move it. So I'm so excited about that. I've had the other microphone stand that I have for the longest time and it's so broken. It doesn't move up or down anymore. Like it just is not it. So very excited to upgrade to this and to have a new microphone to go with it. I didn't intend for this whole vlog to be like centered around my podcast. I really didn't think that all these things were gonna come in today or that we would be doing this. I really thought it was gonna be like a get back to the studio vlog, but apparently the world had different plans, so I'm excited. Okay, we're getting somewhere, I think. Okay, I think we got it. It also comes with a little like desktop tripod, which is nice if I ever want to do like voiceovers or I'm like at my desktop, I can just have it there without having to have a whole stand, which is really, really nice. And it comes with a nice little like pouch for the cable, I would assume. That's kind of nice. This is like a nice pouch, like one of those like little leather ones. And then obviously the USB cable, which is really long, it looks like. So that is so nice. I have a solo episode that I want to record this month, so I might, you know, test it out with that. But obviously I also have a lot of guest ones that I will be starting to record soon. I think my first one might be on Thursday, so I'm excited. I've got a lot of fun guests that I've been like waiting to have for a long time, but just haven't had the time to yet, or have been like kind of waiting to, I don't know, have a better time to have them on. So anyway, I'm gonna mess with this for a hot minute and get back to you guys in a second. Okay, so I think I figured out the setup slightly. I guess this is kind of like a little high of an angle, but I kind of think that having it from this side is gonna be best because I'm usually facing this way with like my laptop kind of to the side. So I feel like this way you can see my face better than when I had the microphone like straight on like this. It covered me up. So I feel like this way I can like still talk into the mic without it covering me, and that's like the goal. Kennedy would get so mad at me every time I would film a video. She's like, you're covering your face. I'm like, I'm so sorry, because I would set up the camera and I would be like standing tall and the microphone would be like, you know, below my face, and then as the video progresses I just like slouch and then like it's like this on me basically. So I think this is gonna solve the problem. I really just needed a stand that like moved this way so that it wouldn't be in front of me, so I could position the mic a little bit better. I'm so excited to like upgrade this podcast. You have no idea how much I've been looking forward to this. I feel like I've just been putting it on the back burner a little bit because I've had so many other things going on, but I really want to make it one of like my main like priorities. Like I really just have like my shop, my YouTube, and my podcast, and I really want it to be kind of even on like how much effort and stuff I put into it, because I'm really passionate about all three and I really enjoy it. So I don't want to like, you know, put one on the back burner or anything like that. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna be getting into the studio today. I really thought so, but I just feel like it's too late in the day and I don't really want to do that. I feel like I'm just gonna start fresh on Monday with like sewing stuff, and I'm just gonna kind of get ready with like more behind the scenes and prep work and figuring out what I want to do stuff. So yeah, that's the vibe. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. So I'm sending out some emails about like a really exciting new project for 2022 that I don't think I've shared on YouTube, but I have slightly shared on Instagram. So if any of you guys follow Zara or Megan on Instagram, they are two of like my favorite sustainability creators. They're literally the greatest. And both of them together have been working on this startup called In the Loop. Basically, it's a rental service, but it's a lot more sustainable than like Rent the Runway or things like that, because a lot of the normal rental companies use dry cleaning, which is obviously a lot of chemicals. It's really not a sustainable way to do things, and not everything needs to actually be dry cleaned. So what they're doing is, you know, washing things a little more sustainably, like the easiest way with the least amount of chemicals, all the things. And they're also making it with only sustainable brands, which I think is so cool because I don't think that exists at all. And I am so honored that they asked me to be one of the first 3 brands that they have for their like soft launch or beta launch. So I'm literally so excited because I love both of them so much, and I followed them before they even like asked me about this. So I was genuinely just so honored. It's also just really cool to see other like girls my age doing something like so big in the sustainability space. So genuinely so excited to work with them. So I've just sent them over some stuff, but wanted to mention that because you guys should check them out. Follow them on Instagram to, you know, keep up with stuff. I think it's gonna be such a great service and really like revolutionary. So I'm super excited for that. That's one of like the big things that's coming in 2022. I think something I haven't really mentioned much in any other like video or stuff is that I really want to start working with like more kind of like marketplaces or like wholesalers. So like In the Loop is a really great way for people to get my pieces without actually like following me necessarily. Also working with Refined Shopping. They're the people that I did the pop-ups in Austin with. So they're launching their marketplace this year. I think it's literally like in January, but don't quote me on that. So I'm super excited to start that. So that's gonna be a sustainable marketplace that you guys can shop a bunch of sustainable brands. So I'm like really trying to get like, you know, my foot in the water in a lot of different like places, because I just would like the greatest exposure that I could possibly have. And obviously my website and my own social medias isn't, you know, everything. So very excited. I feel like all these things are already coming into fruition so early on in the year. So it's like just really exciting. Anyway, that was my little update that I wanted to throw in there before I forgot to say anything about it. I will catch you guys in a little bit. So I just tested this mic and it sounds fan-freaking-tastic, but I also was like, oh my god, I should test out freaking Crisp since I'm like, you know, testing out recording and stuff. And I'm actually so freaking shocked. Usually in this room, you can hear like the fan of like my desktop because it's always going off, and also like my heat is going off all the time. So there's always like that subtle kind of like white noise of just like air, which is really annoying. And also like my couch, it's a leather couch, so when I move around on it, it like squeaks a little bit. And when I was initially like testing it out, it like the mic was picking up literally everything, which is kind of annoying. But obviously it's a good thing because that, you know, means it's working well, it's doing its job, but also kind of annoying when you're in a noisy space. Literally listen to the difference between like using... So I realized that in the original clip, you couldn't really like hear exactly what was going on. So I'm gonna like exaggerate a little bit just so you guys can really check it out. So I'm gonna record a quick clip on GarageBand, and I'm just connecting it to the Crisp microphone, which is connected to my actual microphone on here. So you can see that Crisp is now connected here and it's picking up my microphone right there. So I'm going to literally play a video of construction on YouTube. Little did I know that you could find that on YouTube, but I'm gonna play that as like background noise so you guys can see that Crisp takes that away. So I'm gonna play it and then I'm gonna pretend I'm starting my podcast and give my little intro, and then we'll play it back and see what Crisp does. Okay. Hey guys, it's Natalia and welcome back to Unfiltered Fashion Talks. Okay. And now let's play it back. Hey guys, it's Natalia and welcome back to Unfiltered Fashion Talks. It works like magic. Literally, you can't even hear a single part of that construction, which is crazy because literally my speaker's like right there. Like, it should pick up on it, but it takes it away so well. So like I said previously in this video, if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. Now back to the original video. Oh my god, I'm so excited to start using this. You have no freaking idea. Like, this is gonna be a game changer for all of my podcasts, and I'm just excited to get like better quality audio and just better quality everything. We're really upgrading this year. We're really doing the most. I really think that it's time for me to kind of like step into being more professional. I think for the longest time I just was like, well, I'm young, I'm like 20 or I'm like 21 and I don't know a lot, so like people aren't gonna take me seriously, so like I'm not really a professional or whatever. But now that I'm you know 22, I've been doing this for a year and a half, sustaining myself for about a year, like I feel like I'm allowed to call myself a professional at what I do, and I'm allowed to like want to be seen as a professional and want to be taken seriously as one. So like very much stepping into that energy this year and like really upping everything, making sure everything looks good and professional and not just like some like teenage like little side thing. I'm so excited. I literally wasn't planning on this microphone coming in today at all. I really thought it was gonna come in a few days, so I'm so excited that it came in during this vlog so I could genuinely test out Crisp right now. I'm literally so excited. This is so good. So I'm gonna leave it linked down below if you guys want to check it out because this is such a game changer. Such a game changer.